What's going on, everyone? My name is Jake. This is where I talk capes, and today we're going to talk about a 5-year-old movie. Because I just recently rewatched Joka. And the new one is coming out. The new one is coming out in, 4 days? The new one comes out on Friday. It's Monday when I record this. The new one comes out on Friday. And I have a lot of thoughts about this movie. So everyone knows about 2019's Joker. Everyone knows about Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro and Zazie Beetz and the objectively very, very good movie that they all came together and created. But in the years after, my thoughts on the movie kind of began to evolve and mold and change a little bit, and you saw the kind of reaction from incels online, and you saw the worst person you know, it was their favourite movie ever. The worst person you know said it was the best thing they've ever seen. And then I rewatched Taxi Driver and I watched The King of Comedy for the first time, and then I kind of realised it was both of those films. And then I heard someone describe it as Taxi Driver for people who can't read, and that's all I kind of saw it. All I thought about it was, this is exactly what that letterbox review said. This is Taxi Driver for people who can't read. But I kind of put that to the back of my mind. I thought, maybe this film just isn't for me. That is what it is. That's whatever. But then the sequel was announced, and it was going to be a musical with Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn, and Arthur Fleck is coming back into the world, and we're getting to see it again. And everyone got swept up in the moment of this being announced, because of course the first one made so much money. Joaquin Phoenix won the Oscar. It was an incredible picture for what it was. But the more I thought about it and the more I think about it, and up until I rewatched it yesterday, the more and more I thought about this movie is it's not a movie about Joker. It's not. It's not a movie about the Joker as we know him. And as we get closer and closer to the release of the second movie, we just keep having Todd Phillips say things in interviews which just reinforce this. The more things Todd Phillips says about his character, the character of Arthur Fleck, I guess the character of Joker, the more and more that's very clear that the character is Joker in name alone. He said recently in an interview that Arthur Fleck would be in awe of Batman and would look up to him and almost admire him. He said in an interview before that Arthur would never become the clown prince of crime. Arthur would never be organised enough to become this figurehead, this organised head of crime and corruption and terrorism in Gotham. He said he would never be that. And when I rewatched the first Joker, he completely stumbles into that. The people of Gotham are wearing clown masks because Thomas Wayne called them clowns. Yeah, maybe that was spurred on by Arthur as a clown killing 3 men on the subway, but that was just something he fell into. It was complete serendipity that he, whilst dressed as a clown, murdered these guys after Thomas Wayne had called the citizens of Gotham clowns, which sparked up this fervour. He's not the one that began the movement that he capitalised off. He stumbles into everything he does in that film. And it's not Joker. It's not. It's quite simply just not Joker. It's Joker in name alone. When I was rewatching it, it was very clear that Todd Phillips wanted to, one, make a movie where he rips off Martin Scorsese, and two, was very worried that this movie wouldn't get made, so decided to probably tweak some, because I really think this script existed before he catches wind of WB wanted to make a Joker movie. I think this script was in the works, and he went, let's swap a few things about, because this character is because like I say, if he's never going to become the crown prince of crime, if he's never going to even fight Batman, who is 30 to 40 years younger than him, at what point is this just an original character? At what point is this just Arthur? At what point is this just a movie about a guy? It's not a movie about Joker. I'm going to say something incredibly controversial, and I'm not saying that Joaquin Phoenix is worse. His performance as Arthur is worse than what I'm about to say, because obviously it's not. But Todd Phillips' fundamental understanding of the character of the Joker is worse than the understanding of the Joker that everyone involved in what the fuck Jared Leto was doing has. Todd Phillips gets that character less than Jared Leto and Zack Snyder, who also fundamentally do not understand that character. But at least they're Joker. At least Jared Leto was the Joker. This is just a movie about a man who dressed like a clown and killed someone. And I think this movie has kind of done, I don't want to say irreparable damage to the perception of Joker, but it kind of almost has. I think after the monstrosity that is Leto's Joker and whatever the fuck Snyder was cooking, and I for a very long time was quite, I don't want to say a defender of Leto's Joker because it's bad, but when you heard that there was over an hour of like cut footage on that he filmed that was gone, I in my mind was like, this take on it could be interesting, and I still think that take on it is actually an interesting way to take the character. I think the idea that he's just this manic gangster who doesn't know what he's doing but isn't completely competent in it, but it still at least has an understanding of what he's doing and why he's doing it. I like the idea that he saw a gangster with face tattoos and he went, oh, that's what I need to do. I just don't like the way it was executed in those films. I, for a long time, thought that maybe that iteration of it could work with Leto, because he's clearly a talented actor. And then I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League and I hated it even more. But just two men that fundamentally do not understand the character. But their understanding of the character is better and greater than Todd Phillips's, as far as I'm concerned. But I think the damage that Snyder and Leto and Ayer and WB done to the Joker with Leto's Joker was obviously great. It was a huge disservice to one of the most iconic characters in all comics. And I think the movie Joker swings it back too far in the other direction. And I also think that harms the public perception of Joker, because now we have the bad Joker who feels like Joker should in the comics, and then we have the good iteration of Joker who feels nothing like what the Joker should feel like or be or is. And it kind of pushes people into a weird corner if you're in charge of Batman movies, because I am sick to death of Joker. I am sick to death of Joker in my Batman media. Not every Batman film has to have a Joker. I understand that he's his greatest rival, but the MCU didn't touch Green Goblin. The MCU didn't touch Venom. Well, it's kind of teased Venom now. And I understand they kind of did that because Sony was doing Venom. But like, even the Amazing Spider-Man stuff didn't even go at Venom and kind of just did a little bit of Goblin at the end, but it was bad. But they at least knew that, at least Mark Webb knew when he made Amazing Spider-Man 1, and John Watts knew when he made Homecoming and Far From Home, that Lizard and Vulture and Mysterio haven't been tapped in live action. They haven't been used in live action. Let's get that going, you know? And Batman has such a wide, huge array of villains. Probably the greatest rogues gallery in all of comic books. I said in my casting video that I think maybe the X-Men is my personal favourite, but Batman's is the best, you know? We have this huge array of villains, and we keep going back to Joker for no real reason. I just don't think it's a good idea to always go to Joker, especially now. Especially when we had a really bad one that at least feels like the comic book character. Now we had a really good one that, like I say, is essentially an original character. And then we've got Barry Keoghan's version, which I don't know how to feel about that. I like the idea that he's already in jail and maybe he keeps coming back to him to sort of get in his head to work out what's going on outside. I don't want to see that Joker done as a main antagonist in any of Pattinson's films. And The Brave and the Bold, I don't want to see Joker near that. I want James Gunn to lean into the fantastical with his Batman. I think if Matt Reeves wants to be grounded and stay kind of close to reality, then I think we don't even mention Joker in The Brave and the Bold, and we go for a Ra's al Ghul, or we go for a Mr. Freeze, or we go for like a Killer Croc, or we go for a Hugo Strange, or even go for like a Mad Hatter. You know, just go for someone weird and out there, or like a Clayface, like a real Clayface, not original Clayface, which Matt Reeves likes and wants to do, but he probably wouldn't do that if he's done that in that movie. I just think we don't need Joker. After Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga have a movie that I'm going to be honest, I think is going to be really bad. I don't think I'm going to like it. After we have that movie, I say we just put Joker on the shelf for 3 to 4 movies. And just let the rest of the Rogues Gallery do the talking. Do Hush. Do The Court of Owls. Do Red Hood. Do anything. Give me a Man-Bat movie. Do anything but Joker. So yeah, I've kind of rambled here. This started as me saying I rewatched Joker and I didn't enjoy it, and it got me onto a general rant about the state of comic book media and Batman media in particular. But hey, that's what you come here for. You don't come here for insight. You come here to watch the ramblings of a man losing his mind because of Joker 2019. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe here on Jake Talks Capes, because we have some more things out here soon, not just the fan casting videos, but more stuff. I'm cooking up some ideas. I'm chefing up some ideas in the kitchen with what to talk about here on this channel, or something I am going to talk about maybe in a video tomorrow. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Share this around with all your friends who love comics and be like, look at this handsome man. He's wrong. Because that's what you're going to say when I say that Jared Leto understands the character of Joker fundamentally more than Todd Phillips. I'm not saying he understands it more than Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix understands the character of Arthur perfectly. Todd Phillips doesn't understand Joker. So, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.